Hey Helldivers, we've got some awesome news about shop items, plus a bit of a status update on Cyberstan and the Sieve team. We'll also talk about a specific enemy type for the Terminids, talk about hidden Helldivers 2 concept that's in a biome, and cover so much more. If you enjoy the content, please show some love by hitting the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's jump right in. Alrighty Helldivers, let's get into what's happening on Cyberstan. Apparently some activity was spotted by a Helldiver page called Democratic Stats on X. Their post claims that Sieve troopers have reportedly landed on Cyberstan with a mysterious goal. The uploaded images are intriguing, showing Cyberstan at 0.50% with this Sieve icon indicating reinforcements on the planet. The post also mentions that the planet returned to normal after this icon appeared. If you check the Helldivers Companion app site, it confirms, that Cyberstan is indeed back to normal. So, what's going on here? I think there's a chance we'll be heading to Cyberstan in the near future, which of course is the automaton homeworld. If we're heading there, it could mean we'll eventually see mega cities. I suspect we'll see an automaton mega city at some point, with significant changes, much like how the Illuminate recently altered megacities with beacons and warped the whole entire skyscrapers. I'm excited to see where this goes. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments and let's talk about it. Are you down to go to Cyberstan now, or would you prefer we tackle the gloom on the right side where the Terminids are? Let me know. With that said, we've got awesome news about shop items. As of right now, you can grab the CQC5 Combat Hatchet again for 200 super credits in the Superstore. The devs finally brought it back, and I'm stoked to share that it's available for purchase right now. Just heads up, you've got until tomorrow to buy it, or it'll vanish from the Superstore. You can easily farm super credits and definitely pick this up within an hour. Super easy just by farming lower difficulties. I wasn't expecting this, by the way, and it's totally worth picking up if you love collecting items and want to own just about everything. I'm still waiting for them to bring back the stun baton, but hey, if I get any news on that, I'll let you know in a future video down the road. Oh, and also I'm hoping to share updates on whether they'll reintroduce the crossover items, like the Killzone 2 items. That was really awesome at the time. Yet we still have no word on that, and I know a lot of you out there have been asking me about it. I don't have any news to share on that just yet. So now that we went over that information, what about the P92 Warrant? Will it ever come back? Yes, it will. For example, this Helldiver asked, when will it come back? And in response, B Vitamin wrote, yes, the first page of the Superstore cycles through the Superstore releases of the 6 most recent war bonds. Older war bonds are given their own permanent page. A rotation is, I think, correct me, 2 days, so a full cycle of everything should be 12 days. There you go. So yes, the answer is it will come back. It's going to take a little bit of time, but not too long, and you should be able to purchase this in a couple of days. So just make sure that you save up the super credits by either farming, maybe purchase them if you want to help support the developers and just get the super credits fast in general, or again, just farm it. Next up, we've got to talk about an issue with a new free cape, the Protector of the Heart, released recently. As seen in these two posts, the colors are completely messed up and they're blue, and it turns out this isn't actually a bug. It's happening because most players are running Helldivers 2 on DX11. How do I know that's the reason? Well, a support team member named B Vitamin confirmed this on Reddit, stating, hey, this issue is caused by running the game in DX11 mode, which we don't support. Going back to DX12 should make the capes appear as normal. If you have recently encountered this same exact issue, you can fix it by switching to DX12, as B Vitamin has stated. I'm pretty sure PlayStation players out there won't face this problem since you can't change your DirectX version. Hopefully this post will help any PC players out there in resolving the cape colors. Moving forward, I received a message about 2 weeks ago from a Helldiver named Wolf of Fortune about a new exosuit found in certain biomes that's currently not available in game. However, we could tell this exact exosuit appears in the official concept art by Lucas Orstrom. What's cool about this mech is that the rocket launcher on the left side, which I imagine works similarly to the Rocket Devastator's attacks, which is really cool. Now, I'm curious how it'll reload. I doubt it's a one-time fire. Besides that, on the other side, it has a Gatling weapon that I believe could be a game changer if it ever arrives. By the way, why haven't we gotten a new exosuit? It's been a while, and it's surprising there hasn't been a new support stratagem for mechs. If the developers ever plan to release this stratagem soon, hope they introduce it through a major order rather than a war bond. In my opinion, earning it through a major order would feel more rewarding than purchasing a new war bond and having that as one of the rewards. Let me know what you think. Would you prefer it in a major order or a new war bond? On a different note, speaking of war bonds, I'd like to point out a ship upgrade that wasn't updated when the Arc 3 Guard Dog K9 and the GL52 De-Escalator stratagem arrived in the Force of Law war bond. I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed, but the circuit expansion upgrade for the engineer in Bay doesn't include either of these stratagems. I wonder why that is. To be fair, it could partly be because our engineer is gone and in development training, right? But that might be part of the reason, or maybe the developers completely forgot about it. Either way, this upgrade doesn't currently affect these stratagems, and it'd be great to see them added to the list of affected stratagems. Also, if you're wondering why my ship upgrades aren't maxed out, it's because this account is on PC, and I haven't upgraded much compared to my PlayStation account, which has all ship upgrades fully maxed. Let's put that conversation aside for now until we get more information in the future, and let's now get into some details about Terminid Stalkers. I saw an intriguing thread claiming they can regenerate 50 HP, and surprisingly, it's true. It usually takes a few shots with the Liberator Penetrator to down them, but it turns out they can recover HP. This makes sense now. When you shoot them, they cloak, run away, and heal before attacking again. I'm not sure if any of you Helldivers knew about this. I think it's pretty cool, and something I certainly didn't know about. Honestly, we need an encyclopedia for enemies to share details like this, similar to the terminal in Helldivers 1 you could interact with. We need the same kind of terminal in Helldivers 2. I believe the best spot would be the opposite side of the armory terminal, like this one right here. It'd be perfect, and it would make sense. Speaking of developers, QA lead Jojo confirmed the developers are not done tweaking the Leviathan. I recently covered the patch, including how the devs added a spotlight to the enemy, which, to be honest, doesn't help much. I saw comments suggesting we should just switch difficulties instead of complaining, but the fact is, the Leviathan can ragdoll you multiple times when you're on the ground, much like the Rocket Devastator did way back in the past before they adjusted it. This leads me to a post where JoJo replied to a Helldiver who raised the issue of excessive Leviathan ragdolling. The QA lead noted it's been acknowledged, and I suspect it'll get tweaked in an upcoming patch. I believe reducing the ragdolling to give players a chance to escape would be a positive change. I've seen some suggest the developers need to lower the Leviathan's health, but I don't know about that. I'm not sure that's needed at this point. I'd like to ask you a great question though. If you could change one thing about the Leviathan, what would it be? Anyway, switching gears, the developers have brought on more team members to support Helldivers 2, and I assume their new game in development. You can see here that there were previously 5 jobs listings, and now only 3 remain. They've hired a new senior UI designer to enhance the user interface, including HUDs, inventory, and social menus. They've also onboarded a full-stack engineer to introduce new ways for game masters to create dynamic in-game events and shape the Helldivers universe in real time, as well as improve in-game store management and develop custom support interfaces for the developers. Lastly, they've added a senior game designer to update the game engine through scripting, implementing new features, and much more. It looks like the team is growing finally, and it's going to be exciting to see where they end up in the next few years. Anywho, with today's news, we've got word on the Stim delay fix. If you're unaware of these Stim issues, sometimes when you tap the button or key, your Helldiver injects the Stim, but nothing happens at the last second. A bug nearly affecting just about everyone. Thankfully, Mitchimus provide insight into where the devs are with this fix. It's in the early stages, so no patch or update is planned just yet, But rest assured, they're working on it, and eventually we'll see a patch drop. But I can't say if it's going to happen next week or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We just don't know. Okay, before I wrap up the video, I just want to insert this information right here that was posted yesterday, I believe. Baskineer informed everyone that there's a new way to report issues. You can do it on the Discord if you're not banned, of course. And this is what she wrote. Hello, troubleshooting. I'm here to tell you about a new way to submit bug reports located in Bug Reports. This is a tool that is going to feed directly into QA, community, and support teams so that we can better escalate and report on some of the issues faced by our players. You are still welcome to create Zendesk tickets and chat with players in here. This is just an additional tool to help you get issues to our development team. Try it out. That's cool, right? However, there are a few things you should know. If you're having issues with super credits, items, entitlements, account-related problems, or anything tied to your game instance, including Helldivers 1 issues, you'll still need to create a ticket on Zendesk. The new Discord tool is mainly for reporting crashes, missing textures, gameplay bugs, enemy issues, or hell, even weapon bugs and glitches and all that. That's pretty much all you need to know about it. This should make reporting bugs easier for you and the devs, so try it out. Lastly, we've got the top 5 comments. Since I uploaded 2 videos, I'm going to go over 5. First, starting off with I'm Looped. Good to see you on here, bud. You said, people say the new cape is low effort. I say face the wall. Yes, indeed, my friend, and I agree. I think it's kind of ridiculous at this point to say that it's low effort because they did a great job with it. The second top comment is by Otto. Good to see you again. You wrote, the best Leviathan counter is to pay attention to the operation modifiers and not select ops with Leviathan. Great tip. And that absolutely is something I should pay attention to now and just try to avoid any missions with that operation modifier. The third top comment comes from Arrowhead108. It's absolutely great to see you again as well. Anyways, you wrote, the moment you step into those mega cities, it will feel like War of the Worlds. That is a great comparison, and I haven't seen that movie in years. Coming up at number 4, we've got Ninja Strike. You wrote, if we ever get new mission types, I'd love one where SES has crashed and you have to either recover something valuable from the wreck or blow it up before the enemy gets it. Interesting suggestion, and that would be somewhat similar to the one that we have right now where you have to recover the black box from the destroyed bomber. But yeah, I agree. I think that would be awesome too. The last top comment comes from Stop Procrastinating 1165. If they remove medium pin on the sieve troops, they would get mopped to the floor 100%. Yeah, no kidding. I think you're right about that, and maybe they should just give them a different weapon so it makes sense. Maybe the lip pin or something, but I know that they're supposed to have the basic stuff and nothing like what we have. Either or, I think removing it would be ridiculous, and they should maybe replace it with a different weapon for it to make sense. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, consider tapping subscribe, turn on notifications below, and give this video a like if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.